Hello, I don't know what he's doing, but George can't hear anything, and I'm just still playing the music. 1 minute, guys. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show. I hope we're going to have a very good show today. And my wonderful co-host and good-looking friend over here.
Hello.
How are you, George?
Do you hear me? I
hear you well, but you can't hear us. It looks like your headset's not working. Last week also. Don't touch my headsets, okay? Anyways, you see, they're coming ready out to fix things. And I want to talk
the top best team here, right?
Right. And then I have, of course, my beautiful Nicole sitting next to me. Nicole,
hi.
How are you, Nicole?
Well, how are you?
I
didn't put it in.
Everybody's talking. Yeah, I'm running a show here, and they're talking. You see Instagram?
I found it.
And my
But
Facebook.
they can only see you, so that's what matters.
Okay. And I can't even hear myself so
Thank you,
well.
producer.
I know, and I think they should have my mic. Anyways, guys, we have a wonderful show today. We have a lot to talk about my wonderful President Trump, my beautiful co-host here. I have a question here before the show started. I explained to them that George, my campaign manager, doesn't let me use the word with the W about women, right?
That is correct.
I
hope
just George.
I hope you do, because I want to collect $1,000.
Right. And my producer said he'd shut off the radio, so I tried to explain to them that I controlled myself. This week I was called into court. And I told them the story, so they now allow me to tell it to you. There was a lady judge, wonderful judge, and a lady prosecutor, and a lady for the legal aid people. And they only gave me $15 to come, and they attacked me. And I'm the good guy helping them. So anyways, I went there, and they were just coming after me from all sides. And finally, I got so aggravated. And I said to them, I wanted to say the word that you all W's. You know what I mean? They're all.
Is this recorded so I could have collected the money?
They do have the video there. And I controlled myself. I said, you all bitches. And they looked
I love
at
how that's considered controlling
Unfortunately, we did not include that debate.
And they all looked at me and they said, they were like, you can't say that. I said, say what? You coming here, you're wasting my time. I get hundreds of dollars an hour. You paid me $15 and didn't even cover my parking. But the judge afterwards was very nice to me. She says, I'll take care of them, but they can't be disrespectful.
Why did they pay you $15? That's the part I'm a little
because
lost.
my son Avram told them to give me $15 to serve me a subpoena to come down there.
Oh, so it's just petty cash.
Petty cash. He didn't even buy. I have a guy who goes and buys me potato chips and popcorn before the show. He robs me for every show. He actually charged me for a bag of potato chips $15. He says, "Here's the receipt."
Well, I hate to tell you, kosher's pretty expensive. I bought
I
bought 6 cookies, and I think I got robbed.
I'll have you know, the producer wanted Popeyes tonight, and I refrained.
Okay. Well, I just want you to know that we have a very good show, as you know, and I'm going to tell all my audience on the main WSNR and all those other people when they come on. I had a grandson on Sunday in Purim, everybody.
Mazal tov.
Congratulations.
My second grandson, beautiful. We have a bris coming this Sunday, and you're all invited. I'm going to be posting it on my YouTube, my Facebook, my producer with the finger. Wait till he has a son. Everybody's going to come to his bris too. But who's paying? Me, I'm paying. I don't care. I don't have to pay. You can just do it in a basement somewhere. But
you're going to bring out the good liquor?
Oh, I have the good liquor coming, baby.
Not the cheap stuff.
Can we take
Not
the bottles
the cheap
home?
stuff like you can take the bottle. I know I stole a bottle from my friend. You can all take whatever bottles are left on the table. You can take it home. But I had a beautiful grandson, and we're going to have the bris Sunday, but we're not sure. Today he was a little itty-bitty yellow, so we don't have the bris when you're yellow. But as of now, it's all set for Sunday, and if you watch my Just Enough Heshy Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and all that stuff, I'll be posting where it is, and I would like you all to come.
Wasn't there another bet involved here?
Yes.
About whether or not it would be a boy?
Your producer is going to be bowing?
So my producer was supposed to bow. He didn't bow. And he's supposed to call me sir, and he hasn't called me sir yet. I'm very upset about that. Anyways, we can't welcome because they didn't start yet, our radio people. But I do have a wonderful joke today. Great joke. You're going to laugh. I guarantee you.
All right, let's hit us with it. Okay, Nicole, you ready for it?
I'm at the ready.
Okay, and I want you to know that I served a lot of people food this week. I wasn't going to do any serving. I was going to take the day off on Sunday.
Did you make the food yourself?
I made all the food myself. I made the chicken capon, the chicken soup with the noodles, the chicken cutlets. I bought some of the cold cuts.
Heidi said you make great lox.
Oh, I just made more lox. Oh, wow. Oh, you should
Wait, you
taste.
make lox?
I make my own lox.
And that you don't bring in?
I'm going to slice you a bunch. I'm going to slice you.
I mean, I'm not a lox person, but Heidi said was outstanding.
You can eat it raw, and you can eat it with a sandwich with cream cheese, hot jalapeno cream cheese.
Nice.
Yes. I'm going to bring you next week again. Anyways, welcome WSNR listeners and WPIVBD, who cares, and WNEW radio. I don't know what that WPIVD station is, but I like you. You're in Florida.
You know you're paying for that.
Yeah, welcome our listeners online as well. I don't have the laptop tonight, but I'm guessing Black Beauty is on. We have a really interesting question from Justin Parsley that was asked last week that I want to bring up tonight. And please join us in conversation online. And you can call us at
646-974-1580.
That's it.
646-974-1580. Also, Dove Hykind, our ex-assemblyman who moved away, who double-crossed me and now is a Republican. Why? Yeah, he supported my competitor, and for no reason. I don't know. I still like him somewhat.
We're trying to mend fences.
Fence. Are you crazy? I hate the young Republican club.
Oh, no. What is the matter with you, Heshy? That's
You
not
can't
how
hate the young Republicans. I love them.
Anyways, I insulted Gavin again. Anyways, I'm not going to forget what he did. But anyways, Dove Hykind was arrested for trespassing in a serious building. And you know what he got? A desk appearance sticker. While I had to go to jail and suffer this whole consequence for a year, he got off the hook. You know why? Because
Who was his lawyer?
So he hired these two lawyers, the Barbie lawyers, who helped me. And we're going to put them on the phone if the producer puts them on the phone. I guess they learned how to fix people's problems because of me. I taught them well. Can you get the Barbie lawyers on the phone, producers? I like them. This Sarah Swilovich, she's a mother of a beautiful baby that I love, and I consider one of my nephews, Zevi, and Mindy Myers, another wonderful girl, just had a baby as well. I think she has 2 or 3. So they're wonderful lawyers and moms in showing you what they can do. But in the meantime, I'm not upset that my son, who had a baby, and then the other son is having a baby in a few days, and then my little son is getting engaged. Okay? And I prepared.
After how many dates?
13.
Yeah, how do you know? Very good.
I've been counting.
And wait a minute, and they're going on another one this week. We have the bris, whatever.
And another one.
Anyways, they're ready to get engaged.
That's amazing to me. That's amazing to
late.
Nicole.
It's like 2 months, but I'm not letting them get married till September. So we bought her a beautiful bracelet.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean you're not letting them get married until September?
Who's paying for the wedding? Me.
Are you paying for the whole thing on your own, or
I'm going.
So the bride's parents have nothing to do with it?
They do, but we're working it out, because they even agreed, which is real cool, to allow me to have the wedding in an amusement park. Now, you guys are laughing at me, but I checked
Does
out.
your son want this and your future daughter-in-law?
Again, they have no choice.
What do you mean they have no choice?
I'm paying for the wedding.
It's their wedding.
Oh, gosh.
How do they not have a choice? It's their wedding.
It's my wedding that I'm allowing them to
It's not
get
your
married at.
wedding.
It is.
It's their wedding. How
No,
narcissistic
they
is
are
that?
getting married. I'm making the wedding, so it's my wedding.
You know, women, when they're young girls, envision their weddings, future
All
days.
they envision is the
I don't
big
think
dress.
she envisioned amusement park,
But it's going to be a cool
Actually, we
wedding.
envision a lot more than the big dress, like down to the flowers. We're very detailed.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't believe
I'm
that.
sure she was detailed even to the ring.
No, you're going to see.
Absolutely.
But
The
all I
rings
know
are the most
is
important part.
Luna Park they do make weddings. I saw their I was looking over their website, and they do host weddings. So I want to see what kind of wedding.
I think it would be beautiful, to be very honest with you, and a very unique event. But the problem
what if
is,
they don't want
what
it?
What do they want?
So they're telling me that I can do whatever I want. Well,
That might mean that they're not going to your wedding.
they're coming. Trust me.
That might mean they're making their own
Wait.
wedding. So
You said
kick rocks.
you trailed off on that when you said they're gonna let me do what I want, and there was.
Well, they have no choice, really. They're
Don't
23
they?
years old and 20 years old. They don't know, but listen to me. They're coming to the wedding. Anyways,
I think we should make that a poll question for our listeners.
I had a big engagement party set for the 14th of April, and then my in-laws showed up last night. I got home at 10 o'clock, the future in-laws, and they said, no, we're making the party. I said, no, but I have a big party, and they're making a little party, and I can't do little parties. I have 500 people I have to invite, and now I can't invite anybody.
How many people actually come to these events that you?
Hundreds.
Really?
Yeah, that's true.
You not, but me, I have hundreds of people that will.
No, I had 300 people at my wedding, so it wasn't.
300 people. I'm going to have at least 300 to 400 couples, plus kids. And that's not enough because each side's going to want 150 couples. So it's not enough. So you're going to come to that wedding. You better come because I'm going to be very angry with you because it's going to be a beautiful wedding. But
At an amusement park.
Maybe, but I found a backup place, a regular stupid hall.
Are they gonna be married by a clown? Like, are we gonna go with the whole
I
theme?
swear,
Is there a magician coming?
I never thought of that.
Oh,
To
no.
be married
Look
with
what
a
you
clown.
Look what you did.
Oh my
Well,
God!
Genius. A clown walks up and makes the blessing. Brilliant.
boy,
I think
boy.
everybody would laugh.
I think
Or
you guys
make-
would be,
or
I-
make all the little kids dress up as clowns and throw flowers on
What's
the
the equivalent of being excommunicated in the Jewish religion?
I don't know. It's going to be also September will be my kickoff to the campaign. So again, we make the wedding and a campaign.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna take your son's wedding and hijack it and turn it into a campaign event? Are you
Genius?
joking?
John F. Kennedy did
You
that.
better not.
No,
Don't let him do that.
I'm not.
Richard
No.
Nixon did that at the White House. Why
That is the
can't
most
I?
narcissistic, self-centered
I don't know
thing.
what the word narcissistic is, but that's
Absolutely
not a good word.
It's not
Absolutely
good.
not.
Call into the show and tell her I'm right. 6469741.
You're his campaign manager. You better not.
I'm not down for that. But by the way, Black Beauty said lucky 13.
What does that mean?
The 13th date
13th.
turned into
yeah.
into.
You see, very good.
Yeah.
See, she's a smart girl. Anyways, here's my joke. Now, first I'm going to give you a quote. Patriotism consists not in waving the flag, but in striving that our country shall be righteous as well as strong. It is better to fight for something in life than to die for nothing. And here's my final quote. By a guy I didn't even like, John McCain. Americans never quit. We never well, I'm going to tell you why. We never quit. Americans never quit. We never surrender. We never hide from history. We make history.
What's wrong with
Last
John
week,
McCain?
because he was insulting Donald Trump.
Are you kidding me? That's why you didn't like him?
Yeah.
He was a solid politician.
I don't know.
A statesman,
I
an
don't know.
American.
He
a
went to the
veteran.
moon. That was about it.
He was actually a notorious
He was
gambler
solid.
and had a temper problem.
Thank you, George.
Yeah, so does every military
I'm
man.
not a gambler. And I don't have a temper problem.
Don't you though? Wait a minute.
No, I don't.
You don't get to get on the air and just tell blatant lies. That's not gonna work.
But he was. Listen, he is a hero. He did go to. You know,
Okay.
he
And
was
many
in
of
a.
us- and
He
I know
was.
a lot of heroes.
He was captured and in prison for 5 years almost.
So, but my point to you is that we never hide. Americans have lost a lot of blood to build this country, and what I'm upset about is again, talking about a week ago when the Jews had a real estate event and the Palestinians came to protest, and we were told by the cops to run away and hide. We Jews don't hide. You know, in 1982, Mr. Biden, I'm calling him Mr. Biden because I don't respect him as president.
He's still the president.
Still the
No, but you know what?
president.
Because I read something about him. He threatened to cut off aid to the Jews in 1982. And you know what Mr. Menachem Begin said? We don't care. We're not scared of you. You can cut off the aid. We will never hide. We will stand strong as a Jewish people. The Jewish people, you know, I saw a lady on Instagram. Well, the Jewish people are not really a race; they're a religion. We are a people. We are a family. We are a nation, and a nation that doesn't need a piece of land. We're a nation of people. Yep. We are brothers and sisters that take care of and love one another. And I believe to fight. Now, you know, this week 2 cops were shot. And we're all crying, and it's a bad thing. They're saying crime is down, crime is up. You just can't get. And people are walking in the street, robbing stores. You know, I went into CVS. You're not going to believe it. I wanted to get a box of toothpaste. It's locked with a key.
This is all news. You didn't see this? This has been going on for the last couple of years.
But they locked my toothpaste. They locked my shampoo.
That's why everyone's doing the whole, shop at home thing.
And you're telling me crime is down? Drugs is down? People are smoking on the street marijuana, saying, "Hey, would you like a puff?" Oh, I forgot what it's called. A spliff? Oh, they told me something like that.
By the way, and even in Amsterdam, that's not legal. Like in Amsterdam, where pot's been legal for a long time. I know
can't
it's
smoke it on the street.
You cannot smoke it on the
Everywhere
street.
I'm
Go into a
walking, I'm
cafe.
smelling the drugs. I'm smelling the pot. This is wrong. This city is falling apart. We need help, and we need to fix it. And I'm going into city council, and I promise you, I'm going to stop all this stupidity once and for all. I don't know how, but I have a lot of ideas on how to make the budget better. But again, cops being shot in the street. Now, we're crying for the cops, which is a good thing, which we should. But I understand, when we have another, 12 murders this week? Nobody cried when that kid was shot on the street in Bushwick, for a 13-year-old kid doing something on the computer. Nobody cried with the lady being stabbed. Do you know, I was reading that the Security Council, like the United Nations. We are telling that there must be a ceasefire.
Yeah. Did you see
Now,
that vote?
I don't understand you. Just give back the hostages. We said we'll do a ceasefire. And a lot of people are saying there was no rapes and abuse of women.
By the way, Marco 4863 was saying, it's sickening to me that the majority of women in America would rather have high crime, open borders so they can have unlimited abortion rights.
Right.
Sickening.
And now we're starting to. I'm against abortion, but again, you have the day after pill. Don't even vote on it. Now we're getting the Supreme Court.
Wait, hold on. Stop the phones. You do understand that the abortion pill and the, quote, day after pill, morning after pill, those are two separate, completely different drugs that do completely different things.
I didn't know that. I thought it's the same thing.
Absolutely not.
Why?
That's a common myth.
When do you take the abortion pill? The day after?
No.
my God,
The
no.
day after is, let Nicole.
So, okay,
she's going to
yeah.
know better than me.
Yeah, so if you've had unprotected sex or if, the condom broke or whatever it is, within the first 5 days of that event, that's when the morning after pill works. After that, if you're pregnant, buddy. That's it. There's no,
So why
the
doesn't
morning
everybody-
after pill
why doesn't-
doesn't
So
work.
then you got to take the abortion.
So then you have to take mifepristone, and that's the abortion pill. The abortion pill only works within the first 12 weeks of
So
pregnancy.
why doesn't everybody do that? Why do you have to wait to the last minute?
Well,
You want
they-
everyone to take a morning after pill every single time?
Why not? Every time I get a headache,
You
I take the
understand,
pill.
you understand the havoc
I take
that
3
wreaks on a woman's body?
What are you talking about? They don't have unprotected sex.
Okay. Don't everyone see how that one works out.
No,
Good luck.
You can have unprotected
Good
sex
luck.
when you're married.
No, by all means. No. Let's make sure that all the men on the air heard that. Let's make sure
That's right.
that they never get ass ever again. Let's make sure.
No. You see, you're acting like the Flatbush girl. The Flatbush girl says, you know what? Till this lady gets a divorce,
Because it's
we're
entirely
not sleeping with our
it's
men.
unrealistic.
You can't
Don't have
punish us
unprotected
like
sex.
that.
It's the most
That is
unrealistic
like, so,
thing.
I have a friend yesterday that called me. Her name is Manya. Says, Heshy, I had a dream that you are going to die and you're dying.
Huh?
And I said, are you crazy, girl? Yeah, I had this dream. I should go to the doctor. And at nighttime, I sat there and I started to watch Seinfeld. You ever watch the show Seinfeld?
I love Seinfeld.
So I'm watching Seinfeld, and all of a sudden I'm watching a show that Manya comes on the show. There's a lady, Manya.
Yeah.
And she dies.
She's the one with the pony.
With the pony, and she dies. I got very nervous.
So what happens, just a 10-second recap, is she grew up in Poland with a pony, and Jerry does his whole skit like, oh, who has a pony back in Poland? And she gets really upset
Only
at dinner.
crazy people have
yeah,
ponies.
and she gets really upset at dinner, walks out, and then the next day she dies.
She dies. So
Jerry feels, horrible.
I got very nervous, so I did go to the doctor in the morning to say, am I going to die? The doctor had a good laugh. He did the EKG. He did I said, I feel a little heart pain. He says, really? It was heartburn. I was eating a lot of hot peppers on Purim. So I said, oh, my heart hurts me. I'm just going to check me out. He says, shut up.
By the way, I was at a temple for Purim.
Ah.
It's an interesting experience. It was down by Coney Island, somewhere
They
down
throw
there.
the stuff and they
you do
make
the
the
grogger,
noises
the-
and all that.
Yeah.
Well, some of the people did that. I had a funky little hat.
By my thing, what we do is we pop big firecracker things and
Did you
make a
eat
lot of
hamantaschen?
noise.
What?
Did you eat hamantaschen, the little triangular cookies?
Yeah, they had them on the tables.
Yeah, they're good.
They had them on the tables.
the
So they had like a nice dinner afterwards, and it was a nice little
So
event.
I want to tell you what I did Purim, and this is part of my joke. On Purim, in the morning, while you guys were all sleeping, you guys don't get up. So I got up early, and I packed a lot of toy trains I got from a friend of mine, little electric trains. And I went to the hospital, and I gave it out to a lot of little sick kids. And I asked each kid, if I give you the train, your dad is going to want to play with it. Is that okay? And, of course, every kid said okay. I asked one little kid, I said, if I give you the train, you're going to let your father play with it. And he was very quiet. He wouldn't answer. So I tried to move the conversation along. I said, would you like something else? He said, yeah, I would like a second train. See, that was a good joke.
It's okay.
Okay. I thought it was funny at the time. I gave him 2 trains.
It's okay.
Speaking of Jewish holidays and text, we have a question from one of our listeners.
Yeah.
So earlier this week, we were talking about this. He said, who was Yeshua that's talked about in the New Testament according to Judaism? I'm curious as to what the Jews believe in contradiction to the documented Messiah. So the Mashiach that the non-Jews have versus us still waiting for ours. But who do we regard as Yeshua in our text?
Well, Yeshua is
Isn't he the Rebbe?
No, he's the protege. he was the protege of Moses. When Moses finished the 40 years in the desert and he died, he turned over the Jewish people to enter Israel under the Yeshua. And Yeshua took them in and he divided up the land. It took them like 7 years to split it up between all the different tribes and set the whole country up and to defeat the enemies, the Palestinians, and wipe them out.
Well, it wasn't Palestinians back then.
I know.
It was Canaanites, or wasn't it?
Wasn't it Philistines they called them?
Philistines or something,
Philistines or
yeah.
Canaanites. Either way, I call them Palestinians.
Oh, the
We wiped
Israelites
them
were
out and we
Canaanites.
got rid of them. Just like now.
Actually, you realize by saying that, then you're saying that the Palestinians have been there for thousands of years.
Yeah, but
So you might not want to say
No,
that.
it's fine to say that because that's actually true. Sure, they've been there for thousands of years, but the Jews have been there longer.
Right, we got rid of them right away, and we took over the country. War means that whoever wins the war is the conqueror. Just like the Romans conquered, the Irish conquered, not well, the Irish can never conquer, it was the English that conquered the world. America, we conquered all the Indians. We own the land.
I wouldn't call
We've
that
been here
conquering.
forever.
We
Now,
slaughtered them, but
we didn't
okay.
slaughter the
I think we
Indians.
committed
yes,
genocide.
We committed
No,
a
we
huge
didn't.
genocide.
The Indians were savages back then.
Oh my God.
Not
They
all
were-
of them.
Oy,
Right,
oy, oy.
not all of them, but they were a lot of them. They're walking around.
And we also gave them blankets filled with smallpox.
Yeah, we
We did a lot of
deliberately
things.
wiped them out.
had
We
the
sent them
same
on death
diseases.
marches.
Okay, we didn't send them on death
Yes,
marches.
Have
we
you
did.
heard?
It's
Have you
called
heard
the
of
Trail
the
of Tears.
Yes, the Trail of Tears.
There
Have
you
heard?
go. History buffs unite.
Yeah.
Did you not
Yeah.
sit? Did you not do? Did you not?
There's a painting of it at
do
the
you not know
Smithsonian,
what
by the way.
Sitting- Do
Very
you not
true.
know what Sitting Bull did to Custer and wiped out a whole group of our soldiers for no reason?
I'm not saying the Indians
And
weren't.
Custer tried to make peace.
I'm not saying that the Indians weren't warlike and fought back, but to say that there's this notion that the Indians just sat around and were very peaceful. That's also not true historically.
They cut our
But to
heads
say
off,
that,
they scalped us. It was
but
terrible.
not to, but to say that the American
It
government
wasn't
was
a
all
war.
innocent
It
is
was not
ridiculous.
a war. It was
In
an
the
absolute.
beginning-
And by the way,
In
a side note, there was English and American colonists who ended up adapting Indian life and became part of tribes.
Correct.
I don't know if you
and
knew
I
that.
want you to know the Indians in the original, when America became a country, a lot of Indians joined the French and the English to kill the Americans. They themselves came after us in the beginning. That's why the Americans really did not like the Indians so much in the beginning. George Washington was captured by the Indians and I think tortured in the beginning for a while with the French. He was
Well,
a
that's
prisoner.
because what the Palestinians like to pretend is their narrative actually happened to the Indians, right? Let's be real.
well-
We showed up on a bunch of freaking ships, pretending we discovered the land that we didn't discover. They lived here, and then we ousted them, and then we took over, and then we got upset over their way of life.
Now,
That's what happened to them.
Let's
That's
ju-
what the
I just
Palestinians
want
like
you-
to pretend is their reality.
I want you to know, let's just say everything the Palestinians say is true. Everything. I'm giving you an example. I want to tell you everything that the Palestinians, let's just give it to them that they say that what they're saying is true and we are bad people and the Palestinians never do anything bad. There is an interview with a lady called Amit Sosana.
She's
Susanna.
an Israeli lawyer.
She's an Israeli lawyer that was
Yeah.
abducted from her home on October 7th, beaten, dragged into Gaza by at least 10 men, some armed. Several days into her captivity, she said her guard began asking her about her sex life,
And her period.
and her period, chained her left ankle. Then they beat her, okay, kept lifting up her clothing. And then when she went to the bathroom, and they said, she kept making believe she was bleeding, they raped her, abused her, and they tortured her. Now, thank God she's back home and free. So whatever.
If that happens to you, ladies, you should tell them the captors you have herpes.
But it's not even that the Palestinians don't care. 'Cause
They don't care. They're animals.
They wouldn't care?
They're animals. But my point is so you know that the Palestinians are dogs. I'm not even talking raping 20, 30, 40 women. Here's one woman, a lawyer. They took her there. She was their captive. And they beat her and raped her and questioned her to make fun of her. And you're telling me these Palestinians... One is more than enough. Not 1,200 what they did.
You know what part I hate about that whole story is she had no desire to have to tell that story. Right? She was
Right.
tortured and raped for 55 days straight. And only now, after 5 months, does she feel compelled to have to tell the story because of how much doubt has been cast on the Israeli female narrative about all of this. And the fact that she has to humiliate herself this way and go through it again just for more people to say, why didn't you say this before, or to cast any kind of doubt, or to humiliate
We have members
her
of
further,
Congress who doubt it.
is
Right.
That's the
enraging,
shocking
Who is
part.
that?
enraging
AOC,
beyond
that
measure.
little pig?
AOC can go right to
Right
hell.
to hell. And Talib,
Talib or
I
whatever.
can't wait till she
Right to
falls
hell,
out
but-
of her bathtub and cracks her head. We're going to have a good laugh. By the way, Senator Joe Lieberman, a very nice man who ran for vice president, a religious Jew, he passed away today at the age of 82.
I've actually met him. He was a good man.
He was a very good man. He ran as a Democrat. And he ran for vice president. I was hoping he'd win so badly, and then they almost won. Gore did win the election for a moment or two, and he then ran back as senator, lost the Democratic seat, ran as an independent in that same election, and won it back.
Well, he had a very good reputation in
Very good.
I think it was Connecticut, no, if I'm not mistaken.
Connecticut, and he did a lot of good stuff. By the way, our producers, did you get the Bobby lawyers on the phone? I asked them to call. I hope you got them as well. I want to give a shout out to my beautiful granddaughter Mira Nava and my beautiful Layla Tamar, my other granddaughter, and my grandson Yeshua, and my new grandson that has no name, so I call him Little H. And of course, my favorite sergeant, Sergeant Peter. Anybody for you?
Nicole first.
Sure. I want to give a shout out to my little girl, Sarah Rose.
Sarah Rose is going to be with us. Are you going to come to the Bris this Sunday? I want you to bring Sarah Rose.
I don't have Sarah this Sunday.
Damn,
It's not my weekend.
She's going to have the
but
greatest party with a whole bunch of little girls. If you can get her, she's going to be a lot of little 10-year-old,
That would be
8-year-old.
awesome.
Oh, she'll have a great time. And George is not coming to the Bris.
Boo.
It's 8 o'clock in the
Oh,
morning.
first of all, it's 9 o'clock. I'm sorry. Is that going to be before your massage or
So-
after your massage?
Oh, this poor baby. You're waking
I
him
know.
up
Oh,
first
wait,
thing in
wait,
the
wait.
morning.
Oh,
You're clipping him.
No, he's getting a massage. When he wakes up, he doesn't even blink. He gets a massage and a latte brought right to his bed. I swear.
sounds like a good
oh,
life. I'm
his
not
woman,
mad at
his woman takes
You're just
good care.
jealous.
I am jealous. Of course I'm jealous. Are you crazy? You know what Linda brings me? She screams at me, "Get out of bed! That's what I'm bringing you." She brings me the laundry. That's what she brings me. But I love you too, Linda, so much.
What do you take Linda out for a nice date? Like, what do you guys
Yeah,
do?
when are you gonna do that?
Like, when are you going to do that?
We do. We go out for pizza. Oh, Sarah's on the phone. Sarah, are you on the phone, Sarah?
Bring her in.
Where is she? Sarah!
We're on the phone.
You know that you and Mindy are called the Barbie lawyers. You defended me in my case when the mayor had me arrested for cutting open the locks and not really beating anybody up. But it took you a year to get me off the hook. What took you 7 minutes to get Dov Hiken? Did he bribe somebody? Did you bribe somebody?
Heshy, we wanted to have more time to spend with you. And also, no, and with Sonia, but also the
And
other
I'm
thing
better
is,
looking. Did you say I'm
Heshy,
better looking?
You were even, you were like it was such a situation with everything with de Blasio, Mayor de Blasio. There was so much drama on the case. Your case was so much drama.
So what you're saying is that politics is involved in
You were
the
a great
judicial.
client. Maybe we wanted to drag this. Just kidding.
I know you love me, but that's not the point. The point is it's not fair to bring politics into the legal system. Hello?
Oh, Heshy, I couldn't hear you.
I said it's not fair to bring politics, even though I have a lawyer sitting next to me, politics into the legal system. Is that fair?
It's not fair, but it's
But Heshy, you've been out of trouble lately. Mindy and I, we're waiting for an emergency phone call.
Yeah, we haven't heard from you. You're behaving very well.
Well, I left you.
Allegedly.
I left you.
Ladies,
I,
you
I,
sound
you know
surprised.
you have lawyers backing
We're
you
working.
up.
We're working very hard on it over here.
I left you a blank check
Yes.
in case. You know that, girls. You know, my lawyer here and my campaign manager says I'm not allowed to call women, especially judges, the W word. Is that correct?
No, let's call any woman the W word.
Any
Nobody.
woman, any woman publicly.
Oh God. Well, I want to ask you a question, my dear delicious Rebbitzin, Sarah. How is Zevi?
Oh, Zebi, Baruch Hashem, he's doing great.
Zebi's her
We
oldest
enjoyed
son.
seeing you so much, first of all, at Zebi's bris, and then at the dinner for the shul, the beautiful Malava Malka. And everyone's asking in the shul, where's Heshy? When's he coming back?
I'm coming back when you invite me. And you make a beautiful table. You are a wonderful host. She always has 20, 30 people there. I love you so much. And the rabbi is a wonderful man. And may God bless you and Mindy at all times. And I'm hoping you support me in my campaign when I run for city council.
We do.
Good.
So
we do, and the city needs you, Heshy. The
Thank you,
city
Sarah.
needs an advocate like you.
Heshy, after handling your case, everything else is easy.
I love you. You
and
see,
Heshy, you
Mindy,
have a
I
heart
trained
of
you
gold.
well.
You do so much. You're always helping people, and Hashem should bless you back a millionfold. Mindy and I have seen your chesed firsthand that you do for so many. You help so many people in secret, and you do so much for the community, and so much of it is not even done in public. And Mindy and I and many know, of the chesed that you do, and Yasher Kolach on the amazing work.
Thank you, my darling. You made me blush, even though my face is red from standing outside Nicole. But I love you, and I never blush only for you, Sarah, because you're a holy woman, and I'm so proud to be your friend and Mindy's friend, and I love you so much. And thank you
proud also.
And thank you for calling into the show. And I'm proud that you got
It's
Dove,
mishpacha, yes.
even though I'm not friendly with Dove lately because he doesn't support me. But I do. I'm happy you got him off the hook, and you did it quick, and you did it professional, and you did it nice, and you did it without him even showing up. You're the best.
And Dove showed up to court for you. That
He did. Dove did
I
show.
think it was like in the middle of the night. He showed up to court
Even though
to
me and
support you, so we know that Dove
me and
really,
Dove have different.
is a good friend.
You see,
He
Dove-
sat with us. He was the only leader that came
Right,
to
so
the
Dove-
court
you're right.
that was
So
like
you see,
there,
this is-
not afraid,
this is
ready
what I-
to stand up. So, we return the favor.
Don't get me wrong. Me and Dove might be on opposite sides or at odds, but again, Dove, I might not think like him or like his political opinions. But the good thing about Dove is he has honor, and when he sees somebody that needs to have help or be honored, he does do that. So that's again why I was friendly with Dove and donated to his course, to his new radio studio and his podcast, and donated to his wife's project of Israel buying a plant. So I do respect Dove in certain ways. I'm not happy that he doesn't support me, but I still like him. And these are two nice girls. You should get to meet them. I have a beautiful girl sitting next to me, Sarah. You have to invite her for Shabbos. She's just Nicole. She's beautiful, pretty, smart, and you should invite her and her friend, the Superman. We call him Superman.
Oh, dear God.
Well, we just call him Clark Kent.
Can't wait.
Well, she does a beautiful Shabbos. You should go. She has a lot of.
Looking forward to it. Where do you live, Sarah?
We're looking forward. Yes, it's always fun at the Shabbos table.
Yeah,
we always have a good time in the shul.
Yeah, she's
And
got a lot of
especially
people
when
there.
Heshy comes and you come, and it's going to be. We're looking forward.
I'm going to come again after the holidays. I love you, Sarah. Thank you for calling in. We love you.
We love you, and
Great to hear
keep
from
up the
you.
amazing work.
Bye.
This Sarah is a lawyer. She was a prosecutor in Florida and then became a criminal defense lawyer. And she's here now. She got married. She had a baby like 2 years ago. And I remember she was talking to me. She said to me, Heshy, I'm a little older. I said, you have that baby. Don't be scared. I said, you just have a baby. Don't worry about it. She has a baby. She's a great mother, and she's a great defense attorney. And she really is on Shabbos. You should see. She just sheds her whole American politics lawyer thing. Puts on the Rebbitzin clothes like a rabbi's wife, because she is a rabbi's wife.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She really married a rabbi, a good man who's done a lot of work, stuff in this city for decades and decades. And he was a widow, but she married him. She loved him. And you should see on Shabbos, she has 20, 30 people at that table. Wow. She serves us like if we deserve to be there with grace. And I learned from her that my Shabbos table should look, no matter what, like her table. I'm jealous how she feeds the people, how she treats the people, how she gives them extra.
She does
food.
that every
week. Never misses a week.
Wow.
Wow.
Anybody can come. Religious, not religious, even you, George.
Even you.
I am.
George is
I'm,
not Jewish.
but I'm a Christian.
Right,
I'm
and she takes everybody to her table. But I mean, mostly Jews go to her because Friday night the singles don't have where to go, or a couple, whatever. She takes them in, but she doesn't care who they are. If they want a meal, you come to her, and she should see. When I sat at the table, I was like, I said, wow, I can't believe. And she ran the system like clockwork. And the husband sat there.
Who does all the cooking?
Oh, she cooks. She has help. She has help.
I
They
would
have
hope
money.
so.
I
She
should
has
hope
money.
so. It's a lot of
but
people.
she does a lot. In my house, I do all the cooking myself. And I had 40 people per. All the cooking. Chicken capon. I made chicken cutlets. I bought the cold cuts, and I made a beautiful cold cut platter. And I had chicken soups. I had a whole bunch of dishes running. And then when I ran out of food, which I never run out
You don't
of
do that with any help?
I do with no help. Me and Linda. I made a beautiful fruit
So
salad.
you and Linda.
Yeah.
Linda didn't help at all this year. Oh, yeah, she did. She cut the challah.
Linda's going to be pissed at you.
What pissed? She sat there like a fancy lady on the chair with her legs crossed and snapped her fingers and said while I was sweating, Heshy, can you bring me a bottle of water?
And you didn't give her a bell? She needs
What
a bell.
What a bell. I threw the water at her.
Well, if this political thing doesn't work out, we can open up a kosher restaurant.
Yeah, really.
I did want to open up a kosher restaurant called Heshy Sushi. By the way, we better do a commercial quickly. And I want to know who's first on that list, my
All
dear
right,
friend
let's
Nicole.
talk about Green Line Building Compliance. You know them? Are you familiar at all?
I did so great this week. I did 2 stop work order inspections, 1 on the phone, and today I even threatened, I love you, with a lawyer to open up a building. And I said to him, you just keep it closed. We're going to work anyways without you. I'm never letting you in the building, and I'm going to sue you. Because I learned if you sue the building department, they chicken out. And I'm starting to sue. It costs money, but I chickened out. And what happened was I said, I'm going to get you. I passed 3 inspections. It's written in the system. What you're doing now is prejudice to my people. And I see it. It's in the system. You can't just make up new stuff. That's what they do. Your city, your agencies.
You live in the city, too.
I know, but I'm tired. I'm tired of them torturing us. Go ahead, Green Line.
So all
Building
that to
Solutions.
say, if you need a pit bull like Heshy to come and defend you with any of your building or inspection problems, you need to call Green Line Building Compliance, 202 Foster Avenue.
I love when she says
Brooklyn,
it.
New
See how she
York.
says it? I love it. It makes
11230.
me exciting.
Give
in a
him
nice
call.
way.
Give him a call at 718-871-0382. That's 718-871-0382.
718-871-0382. All your building permits, violations, even judges, inspectors come to me because I know how to get you in order and I know how to help you with your banks, mortgages, and violations. I don't do that. I just teach you, or if they need help to get to the thing. And then we have Weitengruber Law, who's sitting next to me, one of the partners at Weitengruber Law, a pretty young girl.
I don't know about partner, but-
Well, she's not a partner
No.
yet.
Whatever,
partner.
she's beautiful. Maybe I'll skip the partner, but she works there. Do you work there?
I do.
Okay. And how's my boy David doing? Did you fire him yet?
No.
Good.
Actually, he got done with his 50 hours.
She's
recently.
great. She helped a young boy get his hours to help him. I love you.
How'd he do?
So he did all right. He's very eager. He's a quick learner.
Look at this girl. She took somebody in off the
Oh,
street.
wow. You look
Yeah,
down when
he-
you said that.
No, he took his MPRE today actually.
Well,
So
I don't care. She did a great job.
Yeah.
Weitengruber Law, located at 1720 NJ 34, Wall Township, New Jersey. They work New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. They do bankruptcy law, real estate law. Call them at 732-695-3303, 732-695-3303. Ask for Nicole. She'll pick up the phone. She's pretty cool.
Probably.
Do you have a secretary?
No, well, we have 3 office assistants, so they'll do the main lines.
3
If you
office
call-
assistants. I have nobody.
If you-
I pick up my
I've
own
been to your
calls.
office. You got like a whole army over there.
But
Yeah,
I
you
pick
have
up my
staff.
own calls. You know that. I take care of everything myself. I don't need them. I have 14 people.
I just happen to have your direct number, but if they call that Green Line number, do you pick up sometimes?
I pick
So-
up. I answer the calls as well, but I want you to know I do have an army of people that come out to help you, and each and every one is there to help you. But Weitengruber Law, wonderful place. They're great with bankruptcy laws. They help you with your bankruptcy, and they help you with your real estate. Call them 732-695-3303. Thank you, Nicole, for doing so much good for people. And of course, we have Crossroads. They are a wonderful place if you have depression, if you're down in the dumps. And I was talking this week to a couple community leaders. We have no help in our community for people with depression, with postpartum depression. We have more suicides. I gave you a number a couple of weeks ago. This week I sat with the lady in the mental unit of our hospital. We have over 123 people, young people, a few a little older ones that tried to commit suicide.
Oh my God.
2 died. And it's a shame because with the mental illness issues, and there's many, many more, Nicole. Crossroads, 609 645 2146. They'll take your calls day or night. 609 645 2146. Call them. They might be able to help you. They might not. They're located at 206 West Parkway Drive, East Harbor, Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. 206 West Parkway Drive, Egg Harbor Township. Call them 609 645 2146. Everybody can use a little help sometimes. I do, but they don't let me in because they actually tell me I'm too crazy. Or George says I'm too crazy.
I think you need a whole team. They don't have enough people there.
I love you too, George. Who else is on that list? Heshy Tishler what?
That's it. HeshyTishler.com. Right? That's,
You better vote, guys.
Better
Get
get
to
it.
my website, guys. I could do donations. I'm so close. My treasurer is causing me issues. She's not letting me get the full matching funds. I'm almost there.
It's not up to her. It's up to the city.
Yeah, but she's not calculating. She's throwing out donations. She's being too tough on me.
Yeah, because they have to qualify. Then the city will make sure you
But
qualify.
she should fight for me.
She does.
I know. She's a good girl.
By the way, Lisa Leto online said she is afraid of Nicole's views.
I agree too, Lisa. I'm afraid of her views. She
And
doesn't
she didn't
like
know,
Trump.
but she was trying to be nice. She's like, I didn't know how to say it nicely.
That's all right. I appreciate her saying it at all. It's okay. It's not,
I-
not the first person to say that. But
Well,
as
that's
long as
why you want your lawyer
that's-
scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think she's delicious and scary. You know, the MTA today officially voted and I want to give you the thing with the congestion pricing. The plan was approved 11-1. One guy did not vote for it, David Mack, that they're going to charge vehicles of $15 to just cross over 60th Street.
That's
Now,
nonsense.
I know you're not happy about it, but I know you don't care because
No, I care because I like to go out to the city once in a while and go see a show and go dinner.
I figured, George, I got you. Congested pricing. Nicole, pain in the neck. She's going to come in during the day. She with her car. So, yeah, we have to punish Nicole because she's going to take up our time during the day. And I agree that you, George, going into the city thinking that you can be a big shot middle of the day, you got to pay the $15. But no, the time for this is 5 a.m. in the morning till 9 p.m.
Well, last time I checked, there's no Broadway shows at 5 in the morning.
Until 9 p.m. And it's not, and that's weekdays. Okay, I can give you weekdays. But on weekends, till 9 p.m. as well, that's not fair.
Well, what's
No,
not
why?
fair?
Weekends
What's
makes more
weekends?
sense.
Why?
What's not
Weekdays,
fair
yeah.
is they want you to take public transportation, and public transportation now is like an
Sucks.
insane asylum.
And dangerous.
It's not safe.
I'm scared that Nicole goes on the train alone. I'm not that I'm scared for you. I know you're a tough girl,
Listen.
but you never know who comes. When I'm on the train, I was on the
I
train.
am the
this week.
meanest, scariest 5'2" woman you'll ever meet in
Makes
your
no
life.
difference. But I was standing on the platform this week. I had to take the train because I parked my car in the city and I had to go uptown. I didn't want to take the car uptown or back, not because of congestion pricing, just that the traffic is miserable. So I parked my car in the lot, did my two things, took a train uptown and back. I stood on the platform. I kept turning around. I kept getting scared that somebody's going to push me. I know I'm a big fat guy, but still.
No,
I get
that's not
nervous.
unreasonable. I mean, a lot of the victims are Asian women, and a lot of them are, religious Jewish people that, these
Lately,
predators, they look on picking somebody that they think is not going to start a fight with them.
That's great.
They're
Right,
not
you gotta
insane.
Be scrappy.
The
You gotta
fact,
be scrappy, Heshy. They don't pick fights with people that they know are gonna mess them up. They pick fights. With
yeah, they
people
don't
that
pick. They don't pick
scary.
a fight with the big black dude who used to play, college, high school football, and is 350 pounds. They pick on the little Jewish kid or guy, or they pick the Asian woman. Somebody. They're not that insane because they can figure out who's going to be a good victim.
And when they pick on us, why don't we stand up? Some of us just stand there and allow this to continue. That's not my city. I know that in the 80s and the 90s, we stood up to these bullies and fought back. I don't know what happened to you people with this woke society. It's terrible. And,
Well, people do try to fight back, and they get in trouble.
Yeah, I know. By the way, George, I heard you put something on Twitter. was
So
it?
I have a
Went
Twitter
viral.
account,
How many- 800,000 views.
680,000 plus views.
More popular than
What
you
was
are,
it
Heshy.
about? I know, way more popular.
So
than
there's
that.
there's a television show called The Three Body Problem, and Netflix. It's a Netflix show, and I don't know if the audience knows or doesn't know. They cover the Cultural Revolution. It's a science fiction piece, and there's about 4 or 5 minutes of what happened during the Cultural Revolution, where they would take a person up in the front, in front of a big audience of people in the public, and they would beat the crap out of them, humiliate them. And I said, listen, we can't let this happen in America. and we have to be careful because this is happening now. Something like that. I forgot what I wrote exactly. But I got reporters that called me.
Wow.
I got 680,000 views. I got 1,500 likes. I got people messaging me, some very weird. Of course, I got insulted by the little commies on Twitter, on X. They're like, oh, of course you're going to think like that because of the way you look. And I'm like, I guarantee you my wife looks better than your moo-moo wife that,
You see? Wow, look at this. He didn't say moo-moo. He said the W word. Come on.
No, I said moo-moo.
Okay, good.
So, listen, I had 2-3 great conversations with reporters. I don't know if anything will come of it, but,
Now, you know that...
by the way, you should see it. At least check out my Twitter. It's Geekpreneur NYC.
Spell it.
It's like entrepreneur, but geekpreneur. That's just the way you spell it. And NYC.
Well, if you Twitter me or email me, I'll forward you
Why don't you put it in the
the
chat?
thing. Yeah, put it in the chat. But if you email Just Enough Heshy or go to any of my social media sites like Facebook or Instagram or YouTube and send me a thing, I'll send you the link to the show. I have a question for you. We all cry about the Palestinians being beaten up after they kill and rape the Jews. We all cry about everybody, being tortured or beaten up. But this week, there were 4 Russian pigs.
Oh, man, saw
They
that.
went into a mall and they shot and killed 100 people.
They weren't Russian, though.
They were right. They weren't
they were
Russian.
ISIS.
They were
ISIS,
Tajikistan or
whatever.
something.
The point is, they were brought into court. Did you see how they looked?
Beat to hell.
Eyes
Yeah.
cut open. Now that's the way to treat a prisoner. We a rapist.
Well,
it's not a way to
hold on.
treat it. No, that's how you treat a terrorist, not a prisoner.
Hold on. If you get arrested for drunk driving, I don't think you should get abused like that.
no.
But if you go in a public area and kill 120 people, 200 people, whatever they
Then you
kill,
deserve what's coming to
you
you.
deserve what? Yeah,
Excellent.
definitely.
Good answer. Now, all those people who went to kill 1,200 Jewish people on October the 7th, they deserve to
They
be
should get
beaten,
blasted. Yes.
cut, take little knives and make little holes.
So
in
that's the
them.
deal. You should capture these
But we're
terrorists
not-
and send them to Russia.
No, but right, I got that. It's very smart. But the whole world is screaming, ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire my foot. Now, I know you screamed at me that I'm not allowed to say kill all Palestinians. And I didn't mean to kill all Palestinians.
Uh-oh. This is where we're going.
What I meant is murderers, rapists, and killers need to be punished. Need the death. Russia doesn't.
Well, I don't disagree with you,
Russia
though.
doesn't have the death penalty. They kill people behind the scenes.
No, what the Russians do is they'll send you to Siberia and you just die slowly.
So now for these 4 people, they want to bring back the death penalty. They want to hang them or shoot them in the open to show the whole world what they're doing. And Russia is smart. You don't let terrorists do that. Just like in America.
Any theories? Because I have theories.
What's the theory? Why would they do this in Russia? Don't say the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians did not send in those terrorists.
I don't want to say on the air. I can't say.
You
on
gotta
the air.
say,
No, I
But you're
can't
the
say.
one that started it.
Well, I just don't think it's ISIS. I really don't believe it's ISIS. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. It's either the Russians themselves to get more support for the war, or secondly, the Ukrainians with the United States government's working.
Wow.
Well,
That's
listen.
a-
Kill
That's a
innocent
hell of a
people.
Oh, by the way, there is 12 CIA bases in the Ukraine, so it's not out of the realm of
That's a hell of a
possibility.
theory. So the same American government that refused to veto the UN vote.
Hold on
on
a second.
Gaza?
Let's back up here a little bit. If you've noticed, when the terrorist thing happened on Thursday, Friday, American media did not pick it up.
But they did. CNN showed the pictures of all their
Yeah, okay.
ugly
CNN
faces.
showed the pictures, but
But it was all over Instagram.
it wasn't on the
YouTube.
Post. It wasn't in the New York Times until like Saturday or Sunday.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Listen, it didn't really get picked up in American media. CNN
sure.
might have carried
Because
it
there's
because.
no Jews involved. It's not interesting.
Right. You
Oh,
can't
is that
blame-
the theory?
You can't blame the Jews for
That's
everything.
it.
Yeah, but this is what they're going to blame the Jews. There was a bridge in Baltimore that was crashed by a boat. Doesn't make sense.
How are Jews
Francis Scott
involved?
I
Key
don't
Bridge.
know. It must have been Jewish merchandise being delivered, and the Jews are responsible for because the cars were. There's a way to, and a whole bridge.
Well, you know what the popular theory is about September 11th when you go anywhere in the world.
What's that?
That there was no Jews in September 11th because they were told. This is the crazy conspiracy
You know how
theory.
many Jews died that day?
I
The
know.
The very first victim of September 11th was an Israeli guy on the flight. He was the first guy to get slit. What
listen,
are you talking about?
Nicole, I don't believe these things.
I
I'm just
hope
telling you
not.
these crazy conspiracy theories that are like you go and let's say you go to Greece or anywhere overseas. all of a sudden the cabbies start telling you their crazy conspiracy theories, and you hear. By the way, I collect conspiracy theories. I love to hear them.
But not like that. That's crazy.
No, I love to hear them all. They're
I know.
more nutty than the rest.
There was a lady on a JetBlue, one of the stewardesses. She wore the Palestinian flag,
Ew.
and everybody took pictures of it. Why? Why did she have to do that? Tell me why she had to
Maybe
do
she's Palestinian.
Why isn't she getting reprimanded by JetBlue?
Well, what's JetBlue's policy? You know, if they allow flare, as they call it, some companies allow that, then it's allowed.
Well, you know, we're allowing. You know, we have a judge that's gag ordering Trump, posing a gag order on Trump about and this lawyer from the Watergate scandal, Nick Ackerman, says the judge has no right to do that in the hush money case. I mean, come on, the man was not president. This lady had a sexual. She was a hooker, not a hooker. What was she? An adult film star.
Talking about the Stormy Daniels.
Stormy
Yeah.
Daniels.
There's a story going around.
He paid her off.
There's
to
a
shut
story
up,
going
that's
around
it.
that Michael Cohen's had a relationship with her for a while, and that Cohen has manipulated her to try to get more money out of Trump.
But she accepted the deal.
Did
and
you
signed
see?
the
Did
deal.
you hear that?
No,
But
that's interesting.
shouldn't she be sued and give back the money because she broke the deal with Trump?
Well, I think. Listen, Nicole. That's a Nicole question. She's the attorney. What do I know?
We should sue her for $100 million.
$100 million, my ass. All she took was 130 to start.
But
she
right,
took
but she
$130,000.
committed
That
fraud.
was the deal.
She committed fraud. She's supposed to keep her mouth shut.
But if a contract is unconscionable, it's not enforceable.
By the way, there's
So-
another story
Wait,
going
yeah,
around.
hold on.
If it's not a legal contract, it's not
Well, man,
enforceable.
he told her, just don't tell anybody about our story. Here's a contract. Why is that unconscionable?
Because it wasn't legal. He used campaign funds to pay her off. That's
What
not
campaign
a legal
funds? He
use
didn't
of
use any
funds.
campaign funds. It was
That's
his
not
own money.
That's why Cohen got in trouble in the first place. That's not a legal use of funds.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know.
Amazing.
Well, there's another story
Amazing
going.
that you're like the morality police when it comes to women, and you practically live in their underwear about who they're sleeping with. But when it comes to a president who has literally had affair after affair, and then marries some of his affairs, and then has kids with a million different women, and then has more affairs, that's
kid?
okay.
Wow, look how
He's literally got 5 freaking kids with 3 different women, and had the nerve to have an affair.
Well, he's had
with this-
multiple women
It
through his
doesn't
life.
matter. Yeah, he had the nerve to have an affair with
he
this.
had kids with, he was married to.
He cheated on them with the next wife, who then becomes the wife.
No, he cheated on only on the first one.
No, he cheated on every single one
the
of them.
second one
Don't sit here and
cheated
give
on
him Jesus treatment. Nobody got time for
Maples
that.
cheated on her, and he never cheated on this third
No,
one.
he cheated on all of them, and so
Not-
he wasn't
Wait,
married.
he cheated on the third one with
Of course
Stormy
he did.
Daniels.
He wasn't
didn't
married
He
to
didn't.
Melania. Oh
Wasn't
no,
he married to her at the
No,
time?
of course he was,
no,
and
he
she
was-
was pregnant.
No,
And she was pregnant.
No, stop it, guys. That's you're making that up. He never cheated on. Nobody would cheat on Melania. What's
You
her name?
really that's your theory right now? Is that he never
That's the
cheated on
best you're
Melania?
going with?
That's where you're going. Even he doesn't believe it.
Wow, I don't know.
I know plenty of guys married to very good-looking women. They
I was
still
gonna say,
cheat.
Every
I know,
yeah.
stupid people.
Stupid.
Stupid. You're
Men
not
don't
supposed to. You see, I agree that no man should cheat on his woman, and no woman should cheat on his man.
So then why are you so into Trump? He cheats on every woman.
He cheated. He made a mistake.
Oh, it's a mistake. No. Okay. He made a mistake. You forgive him.
By the way, I heard that Trump paid for the mortgage of the cops of the cop that got killed.
Right, he's going to the wake. I heard.
There's a story going around that he paid for the mortgage.
This guy can't even pay his own bond. He's paying
That's-
somebody's
you see,
mortgage.
You see how you say, first of all, Trump is worth billions. He's not going to sell. He's not. Wait a minute. He has stock that if he sells
You're
today,
joking.
he sells stock. He sells today just in the Trump company of
So
one
then
point.
go
Well,
to the
well,
let him
it
pay his
doesn't
own
make
bond.
sense.
But the reason
Instead
he
of
can't sell
grifting.
the
A
stock.
billionaire is not going to have $500 million in cash. It
Right.
just because it's stupid. The
Right.
bank doesn't pay you any real money.
Right. Why would anybody have $500 million cash? You have it in property, stocks, and bonds. He has $200 million floating around that he needs to use daily operations. But you can't keep that money. And look at Letitia, the vicious witch. Please let me say the W
Nope.
word.
No.
This vicious witch, when she should be going after everybody else, and anybody who gets judgments against them, you don't take away their property, Miss Bankruptcy Lady. It takes a year or 2 or 3, right? Before you lose your property. Come on, you
If
know
you have
that.
a judgment against somebody, depending on what state you're in, you
But
can
it still
get
takes
a writ.
time.
No, it doesn't. It
takes
takes months.
time.
It
Well,
takes months.
But she wants to take it away now and put it up for auction. She shouldn't be allowed to do that. She'd be allowed to.
If she has a writ of execution,
and why
she
does
gets
he,
to do
and why
that.
do they need a bond? Why can't they just use his
Well,
property?
Trump's
as
supposed to
a
get a
bond?
big cash infusion. He's supposed to sell his social media company,
Did you hear
Truth
that
Social.
he's selling
Right.
Bibles now? Did you get that?
I
one?
saw that, $60 or something.
$60
but
for a
that's-
Bible?
but
Are you
that's
kidding
fine.
me?
I love that.
The
I
most
think we should.
sacrilegious man on
What?
the planet is selling a Bible to you?
Usually you give Bibles for free in hotel rooms. You don't.
Which I always thought was hilarious.
They
That's
don't
where all
give-
the sins
they-
happen.
Yes, that's bad decisions happen in hotels.
Absolutely.
Come on, you have people selling stuff on the street. They're not supposed to be selling. Anyways,
So you're okay. Well, you know what? He could sell you a Torah and you'd buy it. That's the problem.
I love Mr. Trump. I didn't.
Yeah, but don't make him out to be like this, moral.
He does. He makes him out to be the
What?
saint.
He's a
not.
great. He'll be a great
If I remember-
president,
if
but I
remember
don't need him
correctly-
for morality.
If I remember correctly, you were some kind of an altar boy when you were a kid.
No,
What?
no, definitely
Yeah,
not.
he was a church his parents had him in church crying
So
and,
what?
and
No.
Okay,
confessing.
and I was a yeshiva girl until I got kicked out.
Right.
Who cares?
Okay. So the point is, everybody go through a phase, and then you repent. Come on, you don't believe in God now. You repented now.
I believe in God. I've always believed in
And you
God.
repent. And
Yeah,
when
but
you-
the difference is he
I didn't
doesn't
believe-
pretend to be some holy scripture, walking man. He's
so
a sinner.
Trump is
He
not-
knows he's a sinner. He's okay with it. He apologizes and he moves
Right,
on.
and he's going to try not to sin again.
When's the last time Trump apologized for anything?
Trump doesn't have the capability. I mean, listen,
Oh,
I
stop.
want him to be
Everybody says
president.
He doesn't have the
Zero.
capability.
He doesn't have the capability to say, you know
Anyways,
what, I
we have
screwed
to say
up.
goodbye to the WSNR people, the WPPZ, whatever their number is, and WNEW people. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to our show and joining us for a little bit of time together. I believe. Why does Trump have to apologize for? When he was president.
When you're
for-
wrong, it's called repenting.
He was
When
not
you're
wrong
wrong
while
and
he
you
was
repent.
president. He
Because
was-
he made a mistake. And
What
you have to
mistake? What
apologize for
mistake?
the mistake that you said he made. You have to apologize when you make a
But
mistake.
he
no?
did apologize. That was before he got
Did he
president.
though? Did he?
But right now we're talking about his presidency.
Yeah, Melania didn't look too happy when this was all coming out. If you saw her face, that was the
That's the one
resting
that's-
bitch face.
yeah,
as
sleeping
they
on the
say.
couch.
She
That's
supported
about it.
him, and she
Of
told.
course, she has support because she's embarrassed. She don't want to come out
I'm
and
sure she knew about it.
No.
no,
Oh please! You
No.
mean she found
not
out
from that
about it?
face.
Wives do not condone that kind of behavior. Just saying.
Well, I don't believe that. Well, all I know it's over.
But let me say a hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
If she knew about it, like you said, so it's okay for her to have her fun too, right?
No,
Why?
Ah! Got him.
women are not allowed to cheat on men.
But
men
you
can
said
cheat on women?
But you just said he could do it.
No. I said men shouldn't cheat, but if they do, it's not a bad thing.
Are you out of your mind?
Women are unexcusable because the baby belongs to the man, not to the woman.
She already had her baby. She's
What
not
if he
having any more
impregnates
babies.
somebody else? So that's okay? So he can have a whole other baby with somebody else?
Well, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Didn't he have that with the baby?
Well,
And that was very bad.
10% of men end up raising kids that are not their own.
Right.
And they don't know about it.
Oh, and they don't know.
About it. That's the
Really?
that was
That's
that was a study done in the United Kingdom.
18 years got you for 18
Linda,
years.
we're gonna have to have DNA tests, baby. You have too much of my money. I don't know if something's wrong here. I want DNA testing of all my. One of my children don't look like me so good. You
That's
know
right.
what
When I was born, my father said I was so
I mean?
ugly.
All my
He got a
children
test on the
have all
spot.
my children have monkey ears. One of them doesn't. There's a problem. I have to take a look.
I don't think he thinks it's a problem.
Anyways, I'm telling you that this is an interesting week. I had a grandson. I'm getting another grandson in another couple of days.
Nice.
I'm making an engagement, and the holidays are coming. You're all welcome to come. I'm going to be posting again my invitation for all of you to come Sunday to this event, to the bris of my grandson, and of course the engagement party. Well, it's not a real engagement party. Nobody's coming to Long Island, but
Oh my God, you're so petty.
I'm not
You're
petty.
so
I love my new
petty.
in-laws. I just wanted a party. My last son, see, it's their first girl that's getting married.
Don't
So
you
a
think
big
that's
deal
a
when a
big
girl
deal?
gets married, nobody really cares. You know what I mean?
What is wrong with you? When a
Come
girl
on.
gets married, nobody cares?
Right, the girl cares, but the father and mother.
Everybody cares. She's the
I'll
bride.
care.
The
I'll
whole
care.
day is about
I'll care
her.
when my daughter
Right,
gets married.
because you only have one daughter and she has one daughter. But if you
Well, I have one daughter and one stepson.
Right, but okay, but when
Do you really?
They have 5 sons, and of course, when the oldest son gets married, it's very important to the man. Like me, when my oldest son got married, it was like out of this world. If I would have had a daughter, big deal.
Okay, well
so
you've
she's
done
getting married.
2 sons getting. This is your 3rd son. It shouldn't be that big a deal anymore.
It
You've
is a
done
big deal.
twice.
It's my last son getting married to a beautiful girl that we remember. I don't have daughters, so I don't know how to appreciate
The
daughters.
fact that you're taking their event and making it about you at all is
I mean,
wild.
it's my event.
It's
I I
not your
gave birth
event.
to this child.
You didn't give birth to that
I
child.
did.
Thank you very much. Linda did.
Excuse me.
Start there.
Any truth that you're going to have the wedding cake with your face on it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I love you. It's not, again,
You're giving him another idea.
the clown, coming down that aisle. That's a great idea. I love it. People you're gonna see. I'm gonna have a clown
Bro.
walk down that aisle.
Heshy's
Everybody's
son is going to
laugh.
hate you. You brought a clown to his wedding and you put this man's face on his wedding cake. What the hell is wrong with you?
It'll be at like the bottom when they start cutting the pieces. They'll see my face.
Hello, everybody!
I love it. I gotta have to. Right, the wedding cake has got to make a sound. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the wedding of Heshy Tischler.
Too bad you can't hire like elephants to like us.
The producers opening the door to saying us that the show is coming to an end. But I thank you all for listening to the show. I want to wish you, I hope you had a great Purim because I had a great Purim. I had a lot of people that came to the house and we gave out a lot of charity, not me, but a lot of people helped me give charity out. And I'm proud of all of you. George, thank you so much. Nicole, thank you again for coming. And I expect both of you to come to the Bris Sunday. We're going to have fresh lox and bagels and cream cheese and eggs.
It's my birthday this weekend, so there's a
You
chance
gotta-
that I won't be
I'll-
sober.
Happy
George, I'll get you
birthday
somebody to do a massage for you. I'll get you.
I'm looking to have a good time this weekend with my wife. We're going to go out and, have a great old time.
I'll bring you a latte. That's $5.
Will the latte have scotch in it? Or?
Of course. Nicole,
All right, everybody.
You better bring Sarah Rose. I want
Good
you.
night,
Go
y'all.
fetch her. Good night,
Good night.
y'all. Thank you.